This is the Aviat Murli of the 22nd of December 2024. Original date the 17th of March 2003. Constantly stay in your self-respect. Give regard to everyone and cooperate with them to make them powerful. Today, Bapdada, the bestower of fortune, is seeing the 3 lines of fortune on the forehead of each of his children everywhere. One is the line of fortune of godly sustenance. The second is the line of the fortune of the elevated teachings of the true teacher. The third is the sparkling line of Srimat. All 3 lines are sparkling beautifully in the centre of the forehead of all the children everywhere. All of you are also seeing your lines of all 3 types of fortune, are you not? Since the bestower of fortune is the father of you children, then, apart from you, could anyone else have such an elevated fortune? Bapdada is seeing that there are millions of souls in the world, but out of those millions, this is a family of 600,000. There are so few of you. So you are a handful out of multi-millions, are you not? Generally, all these 3 things, sustenance, study and elevated directions, are essential for every human being in their life. However, there is the difference of day and night between this godly sustenance and the directions, sustenance and study received from deity souls and human souls. So your fortune is so elevated, you never even imagined it. However, now the heart of each one of you sings, I have attained it. Have you attained it, or do you still have to attain it? What would you say? You have attained it, have you not? The Father, too, is pleased to see the fortune of such children. Children say, Wah, Baba, Wah. It is the wonder of Baba. Then the Father says, Wah, children, Wah. It is the wonder of you children. Don't just keep this fortune in your awareness, but remain constant embodiments of that awareness. Some children think very well, but you mustn't become an embodiment of thoughts. Suchana Swarup. Become an embodiment of remembrance. Smrti Swarup. An embodiment of remembrance is an embodiment of power. Samat Swarup. An embodiment of thoughts is not an embodiment of power. Seeing the different games of the children, Bapdada continues to smile. Some children remain embodiments of thoughts. They don't remain constant embodiments of remembrance. Sometimes they are embodiments of thoughts, and at other times they are embodiments of remembrance. Those who remain embodiments of remembrance are constantly in their natural form. Those who remain embodiments of thoughts have to make effort. This confluence age is not an age for making effort. It is an age for experiencing all attainments. You have been making effort for 63 births, but it is now the age, that is the time, to attain the fruit of those efforts. Bapdada was seeing whether you made any effort to have the awareness of the body. I am so-and-so, I am so-and-so. Did you make any effort for that? That was natural, was it not? Body consciousness became your nature, did it not? It became such a strong nature that even now, at the time of becoming soul conscious, body consciousness pulls some children towards itself. You then think, I am a soul, I am a soul. However, body consciousness has become so natural, even against your conscious wish, or when you don't think about it, you repeatedly become body conscious. Bapdada says, now in your birth of dying alive, let your stage of soul consciousness, the awareness of souls, also become your nature and be just as natural. You shouldn't have to make such effort as, I am a soul, I am a soul. When a child is born and begins to understand, as he grows older, he is given the introduction of who he is and whom he belongs to. What introduction did you Brahmin children receive when you were born? Who are you? The lesson of the soul was made firm for you, was it not? So let this first introduction become your natural nature. A nature is natural and constant. You don't have to make effort to remember it. In the same way, according to the time now, the soul-conscious stage of every Brahmin child should be natural. Some children do have this stage. They don't have to think about it. They are embodiments of remembrance. You now definitely have to become constantly and naturally an embodiment of remembrance. The last, the final paper of all Brahmins is this small paper of becoming a conqueror of attachment and an embodiment of remembrance. So, what will you do this year? Some children ask, what special aim should we have this year? Bapdada says, may you be constantly soul conscious and an embodiment of remembrance. You are to attain liberation in life anyway, but before you become liberated in life, become free from having to labour. This stage will bring the time closer and liberate all of your brothers and sisters of the world from sorrow and peacelessness. This stage of yours will open the gates to the land of liberation. So do you not feel mercy for your brothers and sisters? Souls everywhere are crying out in distress. So your liberation will enable all to receive liberation. Therefore, check to what extent you have this natural awareness and thereby a powerful form. To become an embodiment of power means that all wastefulness will easily end. You will not repeatedly have to make that effort. Now, this year, because of love for the children, Bapdada doesn't want to see any of you children having to labour over any problem. Finish the problem and become a powerful embodiment of solutions. Is this possible? Is this possible? Daddies, speak. Teachers, speak. Is this possible? Pandavs, Is this possible? Don't make excuses afterwards. Because of this, because this happened, ... If this hasn't happened, then this wouldn't have happened. Bapdada has already seen many games, very sweet games. No matter what happens, even if the form of the problem is 100 times bigger than the Himalayas, even if the problem comes through your body, mind, another person, or the elements of nature, the problems that are external situations are nothing in front of your original stage. The way to create your original stage is to have self-respect. Let there be self-respect in a natural way. You shouldn't have to remember it. You shouldn't repeatedly have to make that effort. No, really, I am a spinner of the discus of self-realization. I am the light of the eyes. I am seated on the heart throne. I am this. Is anyone else going to be this? Who became this in the previous cycle? Was it someone else who had become this? Or did you become this? It was you, it is you, and you will become this every cycle. This is fixed. Bapdada is seeing all the faces. You are all the same ones of the previous cycle. Are you of this cycle, or of the many cycles before? You are the same ones of many cycles, are you not? Are you? Those who are the same ones of every cycle, raise your hands. Then it is fixed, is it not? You have received the past certificate, have you not? Or do you still have to claim it? You have received it, have you not? Have you received it? Or do you still have to claim it? You received it in the previous cycle, so why will you not receive it now? Become embodiments of this awareness. Each of you has received a certificate. There will be a difference between passing with honours and simply passing, but you are the same ones. You are sure about this, are you not? Or will you forget this when travelling on the train? Will it fly away when you go on the plane? No. For instance, this year you had determination to celebrate Shivratri with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm everywhere, so you celebrated it, did you not? Through your determination, whatever thought you had was accomplished, was it not? So what is this a wonder of? Unity and determination. You thought of doing 67 programs, but Bapdada saw that many children did more than that number of programs. This is the sign of a powerful form. It is practical proof of zeal and enthusiasm. You automatically did this everywhere, did you not? In the same way, all of you together encourage one another and have the thought. We now definitely have to bring time close. We have to enable souls to receive liberation. However, this will happen when you put your thoughts into a practical form, by becoming embodiments of remembrance. Bapdada has heard that those from abroad are going to have a special Sneh Milan or a meeting, and the people of Bharat also have a meeting. So in the meeting, don't just make plans for service. Make plans, but let there be a balance. Cooperate with one another in such a way that all of you become Master Almighty authorities and continue to fly ahead. Be a bestower and give cooperation. Don't look at the situations, but be cooperative. Stay in your self-respect and become cooperative by giving regard. Because when you give any soul regard from your heart, it is a very big act of charity. You gave zeal and enthusiasm to a weak soul, and so that was such great charity. You mustn't knock down those who have already fallen, but embrace them. Not externally. To embrace them means to make them equal to the Father. Give them cooperation. You have asked what you should do this year, have you not? Simply give regard and maintain your self-respect. Become powerful and make others powerful. Do not engage yourselves in wasteful situations. Weak souls are weak anyway, and if you continue to look at their weaknesses, how would you become cooperative? Give cooperation and you will receive blessings. When you are unable to do anything else, the easiest effort of all is to give blessings and receive blessings. Give regard and become praiseworthy. Only those who give regard become worthy of receiving respect from everyone. To the extent that you become worthy of respect now, to that extent you will have a right to the kingdom and become a worthy of worship soul. Continue to give. Don't think of receiving. To give when you receive is the work of a businessman. You are the children of the bestower. Bapdada is pleased to see the service of the children everywhere. All of you have done very good service. However, you now have to move forward, do you not? All of you have done very good service with words. You have also achieved good results of serving with the facilities. You have ended the complaints of many souls. In addition to that, seeing the fast speed of time, Bapdada doesn't want you to serve only a few souls, for you are the instruments for bestowing liberation on all the souls of the world, because you are the Father's companions. So according to the speed of time, you now have to do 3 types of service at the same time. One is with your words, then with your powerful stage, and the third is your elevated spiritual vibrations. Wherever you serve, spread such spiritual vibrations that everyone is easily attracted by the influence of those vibrations. Look how even in your last birth, your non-living images are serving. Do they say anything in words? Their vibrations are such that the devotees easily receive the fruit of their devotion. In this way, let the vibrations be powerful. Let the rays of all powers spread through the vibrations so that they change the atmosphere. Vibrations are such that they make an imprint on your heart. All of you have experienced how long the effect lasts when you have an impression of someone's good or bad vibrations on your heart. It lasts for a long time, does it not? It can't be removed even when you want to remove it. When someone's bad vibrations are set in your heart, are you able to remove them easily? So your vibrations of the rays of all powers will work like an imprint. Words can be forgotten, but an imprint created by vibrations cannot be removed that easily. You have experienced this, have you not? You do have this experience, do you not? Bapdada gives multi-million-fold congratulations to Gujarat and Bombay for the zeal and enthusiasm that they showed. Why? What was your speciality? Why is Baba congratulating you? You continue to hold big functions, but why is Baba especially congratulating you? The speciality of both of these was the unity and determination. Where there is unity and determination, instead of 1 year, 1 year's work is achieved in 1 month. Did those from Gujarat and Bombay hear? Now become stable in the stage of the sun of knowledge in a second, and spread the rays of all powers to all the souls who are in fear and upheaval. They are very scared. Give them power. Spread vibrations. Acha. Bapdada then conducted drill. Bapdada has received many letters and emails from all the children everywhere. Each one says, "Give my remembrance to Baba. Give my remembrance to Baba." Bapdada says the love and remembrance of every loving child has reached Bapdada. Even while sitting at a distance, you are seated in Bapdada's heart. So all of you who have said, "Give my remembrance, give my remembrance," that has reached Baba. This love of the children and the love of the Father is making you children fly. Acha. To all the extremely fortunate children everywhere, to the handful of special souls out of multi-millions, to the serviceable children who constantly stay in their self-respect and give regard to others, to the souls who are constant embodiments of remembrance and thereby embodiments of power, to the children who are embodiments of all powers and are constantly seated on their unshakable and immovable seat. Bapdada's love, remembrance and namaste. To Daddy Ji, Bapdada is especially pleased with you. Why is he pleased? He is especially pleased that just as Father Brahma used to order everyone, "You have to do this and you have to do it now," so you have followed Father Brahma in that. The response came back, "You too are with me." That is true, but you became an instrument, did you not? You had such determination that there was success everywhere. This is why you are filled with a lot of incognito spiritual power. Your health is fine. You are filled with so much spiritual power that your health is nothing in comparison. It is a wonder, is it not? Seeing the daddies meet Baba, everyone feels, if I were a daddy, I would also meet in the same way. You too will become a daddy. Bapdada has created a plan in his heart. He has not yet given it to you. So the gathering of those who are the original jewels of service from the time of Brahma Baba's Sakar days has to be made strong. The question came, when will you do this? When you do it. This is your duty. Then to Daddy Janki, you too have this thought in your heart, do you not? Just as the gathering of unity and determination of you daddies is strong, in the same way, the gathering of the original jewels of service also has to be just as strong. There is a great need for this because service has to increase, so the power of the gathering can do whatever it wants. The 5 Pandavs symbolize the memorial of the gathering. There are 5 of them, but they are the symbol of the gathering. Acha. Those who have been engaged in doing service at the centres from the time of Sakar Brahma's days, stand up. Those who are staying at the centres. There are also brothers in this group. There cannot be salvation without the Pandavs. There are a few here, but there are many more. It is this one's duty, Daddy Janki's, to bring the gathering together. This one, Daddy Ji, is the backbone. They are very good jewels. Acha. Everything is fine. No matter what you continue to do, there is greatness in your gathering. Your fortress is strong. Blessing. May you become constantly victorious in all adverse situations by remaining seated on your seat of self-respect. Remain constantly seated on your seat of self-respect. I am a victorious jewel. I am a Master Almighty Authority. As is your seat, so you develop the qualifications for that seat. When any adverse situation comes in front of you, set yourself on this seat in a second. The only orders that are obeyed are of those who are seated on their seat, of their position. Remain on your seat and you will become victorious. The confluence age is the age to be constantly victorious. This age is blessed, so be blessed and become victorious. Slogan. Those who gain victory over all their weaknesses are the Shiv Shakti Pandav army. Om Shanti.